Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use the PTRS against the Panzer IV and the Panzer III, but mainly the Panzer IV. I'm going to show you 5 different ways to do it, 4 of which are pretty reliable for destroying the tank, and the 5th one's just a general tip on being an anti-tank soldier. And so the first thing you want to know about the Panzer IV is that the ammo is to the left side of the tank, and it's just basically behind the driver in this general area. And the first method I'm going to show you is how to destroy the tank from the sides, being directly horizontal of the tank. And there's 3 crit spots from the left side. There's one right here, one right there, and one for the engine right here. And it's similar on the right side. So I'll show you a couple examples. So that was just a quick example from the left, which is easier since the ammo is on that side. I'll show you a couple more examples. I'll show you one from the right and on the engine, and then I'll show you a couple more and then one in-game example. I just wanted to show the other shots on the right side as well. So you can blow it up shooting at the engine, and then like I said on the left, it's the same with the right, around this area and this area. So that was how to destroy the Panzer IV from the sides. It's pretty straightforward. The only difficult part is positioning yourself to make the shot. And the good thing about that method is that it works on the Panzer III as well. You can shoot in the same spots, it'll deal damage, you'll get the critical hits, and it'll blow it up. And so I'm going to move on to the second method. And the second method is I'm going to show you how to destroy the tank from the back. And you can shoot head on, you know, in this general area, and you can destroy it, but there's no specific spot from what I've experienced with to shoot. You just shoot and you can blow it up. But what I did figure out is if you shoot at the 517, you can get a critical hit. It does take some shots, but it gets the job done. So I'll show you that. One thing I forgot to mention, on this map, the bullet goes a little bit to the right of where you're aiming when you're aiming this way, and it goes a little bit to the left when you're aiming that way. So it may seem like I'm aiming off, but I'm still hitting. That's because this map is a little buggy. And I'll also showcase the side shot on the Panzer. Alright, so that was the first 2 angles, from the side and from behind, and now I'm going to show you how to do it from a 45-degree angle. And for this one, you want to be to the left of the Panzer IV, and what you're aiming for is this slit. Right there, right in that slit. And you shoot there, you have a chance of killing the hull MG and the driver, and you have a chance for your shot to bounce around and hit the ammo, and you should blow it up. There you go, one shot right there. That's a pretty reliable method as well. I like using that one.
Got them both. Are you just waiting for them to take the point? Should I bother covering you?
So that was how to destroy the Panzer IV from the left at a 45-degree angle. Again, you're aiming for this black line right here in between the hull, MG, and the driver, like right in that general area. Now I say you have to do it from the left. You can do it from the right side, but it takes a lot more shots. I've been experimenting with it. It took me 5 to 6 mags, but I could be wrong. You can do it in a couple shots maybe, I'm not sure, but I was dealing some damage. It was a little bit of damage, and from what I assume is you'll kill the hull MG, but doing it from the left is much easier since the ammo is on that side and you can destroy it much quicker. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the fourth method, and this method is going to be how to destroy the Panzer IV from head-on. Now this is easily the most reliable method simply because majority of the engagements you have with the Panzer IV is going to be from head-on. And at first it's pretty difficult to get down and to get used to, but once you get it down, it's definitely the most consistent and best method to use. So to take out the Panzer IV from head-on, where you're going to want to aim is at the lowest part of the front armor, right here, right where the armor starts to angle down. This is where you're aiming at, and this is because your rifle round can damage through it pretty easily and it can get through. And what the bullet does is it bounces around and hits the ammo and destroys it. So you're trying to hit anywhere from here around to here on this lower angled part, and it is difficult, you know, like I said previously, to get down and get used to, but if you can hit that spot consistently, you'll be blowing up the tank a lot. And shooting here also damages the engine from what I discovered, and it also can kill the hull MG and the driver. So you can do a lot from shooting here. You can at first I thought you can only shoot from the left because you were trying to go after the ammo, but you can definitely shoot from the right and blow it up just as fast. You can shoot anywhere from any angle as long as you can get it at that lower armor part, and that's where you're aiming for. So I'll show you a couple of examples from this map, and I'll show you 2 in-game examples and 3 examples in-game from a long distance shot, so you can see how it's done from a long distance. So that was directly head on the tank. It takes a couple shots when you're shooting straight head on, but you can still destroy it. I'll show you from the left and from the right, and then I'll show you from this building. So there you go, that was one shot right there going after that ammo. It is easier from the left, but I mean I have one shot at it from the right. Again, going for as low as you can, and yep, that's all there is to it. So another trick I noticed is that if you see the tank rolling really fast through craters, and if he exposes his belly for just a second, if you can get a shot off, you'll most likely destroy the tank in one shot. So, you know, if you're always aiming for that lower armor and you see him expose more of his belly, go ahead and take the shots, you'll most likely destroy it in one shot. So there was a shot from a height, and I'm not sure about this, but from what I've tested with so far, if you get too high, I think the bullet just goes straight through the armor and hits the ground. I don't think you can blow it up. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not sure. I haven't tested enough with high heights. But I think from a decent height, I think that's the best way to go. I think it's maybe better than being on the ground, unless you have that perfect shot from the left.
Nice shot.
So I hope those in-game examples really helped you see what it should look like, and what it should look like from longer ranges. The trick to it is just you got to practice aiming here, aiming for that lower angle armor, and just positioning yourself correctly. I'm still experimenting with it. I have tried shooting on the inside of the tracks to try and disable the tracks. I'm not sure if that works yet. I'm still testing with it. I also figured out you can do it from behind. It is much more difficult since there's no angled armor, and you got to go for this small layer right here, and it doesn't really work from farther distances, maybe like mid-range distance. But you keep practicing this shot, and it's very consistent, it's very reliable, and you can really get a way to destroy that Panzer IV when you're engaging him head-on. So those were the 4 methods to destroy the Panzer IV. Surely there's more methods to destroy the tank. These are the 4 most consistent and reliable ways that I know of. And the 5th method that I was going to tell you about is if you cannot get to the sides or behind the tank, you cannot position yourself for that angle shot, or you're not dealing any damage, and you can't do any of these methods, basically just follow your T-34 and follow up his shots. If the T-34 is trying to take out the gunner, as soon as he lands that hit, follow up his hit with your AT rifle rounds, and you can have a chance to blow up the tank or damage the tank even more, since the T-34 damages the armor on the Panzer IV. So just follow up those shots if you can't get any of these shots. If you're on a map like Mishkova where you don't have a T-34, the best thing I can tell you is just to position yourself correctly. Just wait for the right moment. Don't give your position away. Don't waste shots when you don't know what you're shooting at. And that's pretty much to it. So I hope this guide was helpful in making you better at using the PTRS and learning where to shoot on the Panzer IV and the Panzer III. I will link this map in the description so that you could practice on it, on the stationary tanks, and you can also practice with the T-34 if you'd like. And just that's all you gotta do. Just practice, and hopefully you'll get those Panzer IV kills in the future. And thanks for watching.